Crimes that the internet solved. Chat room suicide. Celia Blay was browsing the net when she stumbled across a suicide news group online and soon learned of the plans for a mass suicide pact. Blay began investigating after police showed little interest in the case. She befriended a suspicious user going by the name of Li Dao. Li Dao claimed to be a young, sympathetic woman with suicidal tendencies, but over time, Blay exposed Dao as a middle-aged man named William Melchert-Dinkel. William had a secret desire to play God with people's lives, and was convicted of assisting suicide by coaching people on how to hang themselves on webcam. He claims to have played a part in over a dozen deaths. Hacking against pedophiles. In 2011, hacktivist group known as Anonymous declared war on pedophiles and online predators. Within the first month, Anonymous hacked and shut down 40 pedo-friendly websites and exposed over 1,500 pedophiles for the FBI to investigate. The vigilante group known to stir up controversy continued to this day to attack and expose online sex offenders, including the well-known U.S. Republican Michael Zintani. Twitter versus hate crime. After surveillance footage of a hate crime against a gay couple was released to the public, it was the work of Twitter users that ended up identifying the perpetrators. A user by the name of Greg Bennett came across the suspects in a group photo in a restaurant. Bennett decided to retweet the photo with the caption "Philly hate crime." User FanSince09 then retweeted the photo and got a mass response to verify the name of the restaurant where the photo was taken. From there, FanSince09 found that most of the suspects had checked into the restaurant on Facebook and reported them to police. Look to the cloud. When Randy Schaefer discovered his truck had been broken into and his iPad and $5,000 cash stolen, he was prepared to count his losses and move on. Just a few days later, Schaefer checked his iCloud account and found selfies of the criminals and a video where they state their names while flaunting his cash. Schaefer tracked the IP address and found his iPad abandoned behind a restaurant, and the police caught up to the criminals shortly after viewing the video. Online manhunt. There have been many cases of animal abusers being exposed online, but in one case the fast actions of the online community really shined. After Walter Easley uploaded a 6-second Vine video of himself kicking a cat across his yard, he was quick to delete the video. But it was too late. The video had already been duplicated by Reddit and 4chan users, and the online manhunt was in motion. After a search to match the teen's face to his social media, he was identified and a petition went out to have him registered as an animal abuser, like for a hitman. When 38-year-old Jonathan Giraldo advertised himself as a contract killer on Facebook, it didn't take long for the police to bust down his door. Giraldo was arrested on suspicion of firearms offenses after he posted pictures of himself showing off his guns and cash on his public page. Police spokesman stated, "At the moment, we do not know yet if he is really a contract killer or if he is an idiot making up a fantasy life from his bedroom." Library vandal. A British teen thought it would be fun to vandalize a library by clogging the sinks and leaving the water running to flood. When he was brought into questioning, he denied having anything to do with it until the police discovered he'd been bragging to his friends on Facebook about the crime. The teen then fessed up and was arrested and charged for $225,000 worth of damage. Jihad Jane. Colleen LaRose, a converted Muslim extremist under the alias Jihad Jane, had been blogging about her support of terrorist acts. She had already grabbed the attention of many readers over the course of 3 years when she announced her involvement in the attempted murder of a Swedish cartoonist. LaRose was arrested and sentenced to 10 years imprisonment for terrorism-related crimes. Prison social network. Two thugs doing time for violent crimes were showing off on their Facebook on how easy they had it in prison with their video games, mini-fridge, and laid-back dress codes. However, the prison's strict no cell phone rule still applied. When the authorities saw that they were updating their social media, changes were made to their living situations. The inmates lost everything remotely luxurious in their cell and were put into solitary confinement. Sicko, Snuff said. Over the course of many years, disturbing videos had been popping up of animals being tortured to death. Not much was done about it until the user uploaded a video of himself killing and dismembering a man. The perpetrator also indulged in necrophilia and cannibalism. The suspect was quickly identified as he was already a famous Canadian porn star, Luco Rocco Magnotta. Magnotta was arrested for one of the most shocking and grotesque crimes exposed to the internet.